Hello gang, hello friends, hello gang friends, welcome back. There we go. Thank you for joining me today. I hope this video finds you well. Are you well? You better be well. If you're new, hello, my name is Jo and I do nail stuff. She does stuff, nail stuff, and stuff she does with nails is done with nail stuff and stuff for nails. Look at, these are the Disco Collection gel polish set from Makartt. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we're going to have a look at them. We'll do a quick swatching and then we will do something with them. This one is Wild Cherry. They've all got foodie names. Then we have Candy Apple, which is definitely a halfway between the red and the orange, which we'll see next, which is called, oh no, this is the pink. This is Watermelon Hype. It looks a lot more pink in the flesh. It's really, really gorgeous pink. And then we have Tangy Orange, Orange Squash. Can you beat Orange Squash, which is like high juice or cordial or whatever you might call it? I live off orange squash. Still talking about orange fucking squash. This one is Lemon Drop, which looks nicer on than off. And then we have Lime Jelly. I ate some jelly at 4 o'clock this morning. And then we have Raspberry Sour. I thought raspberries were red. Maybe they mean blueberry sour. Anyway. And then we have Sugar Buttons. Those buttons wouldn't last very long on an outfit, I don't think. But that is a gorgeous purple. And they've all got this silver, like diamondy disco ball little glitters. Glitters is the word. I'm going to show you the second coat of swatching because you can see the opacity of the first coat just before I put the second coat on, and I don't want to waste double your time. So that one was the Wild Cherry. This is Candy Apple. One coat they are a little sheer, but it does seem to go fully opaque with 2 coats, but you can do 3 if you like. If you want, you can do whatever you like. It's just polish. And then that one is Watermelon Hype, and now this is Tangy Orange. I know I've done a lot of rainbow stuff. Oh, have I done a lot? Yeah, I have done a couple of rainbow videos recently, but it's the summer and companies bring out rainbow stuff. So it's not a bad thing to do rainbow things, is it? That was Tangy Orange. Yes, this is Lemon Drop. See, it looks kind of mustardy on the bottle and in the bottle and on the brush, and it does look lighter on the nail, but it does have a kind of dark, it's a darker, do you know, you can see. Don't try and explain it, Joseph, you're not very good at that. And then we have Lime Jelly. Yeah, I had jelly at, I think it might have even been later than 4 o'clock this morning. I've had 3.5 hours sleep last night. This one is Raspberry Sour. I didn't go to sleep till 8 o'clock this morning, and then I was up at 11:30. I felt better. I felt more well rested. But yeah, I was eating jelly, but it was a sugar-free sachet. So it was basically water. I see there was, no harm, no foul. And this one is Sugar Buttons. I love this purple. I love purple. Don't wear it enough. It's a very underrated colour, methinks. So that is them swatched and I've topped them. And that is them on my hand. What a lovely background. My freckly hand. So obviously left to right was the order in which we swatched them as well. So I've done 2, or have I done 1? No, I've done 1 coat of, this is going to be possibly another rambly non-stop video, but if you don't like it, go away. If you do like it, stick around. I've done 1 coat of white and cured it, and then I put some yellow in the middle. This is going to be a full ombre. The reason I've put white underneath is because I don't want to do 2 coats of the ombre and the white's going to, let it be its true full self It's not going to be sheer underneath, and it will make the colours pop. So I started with the yellow in the middle because I wanted to make sure I had enough room for everything. So kind of planned it out. Did some maths, not a lot. And then I've put the orange on top, and to ombre them, I wasn't sweeping side to side like a normal ombre or using an ombre brush because it would be too big for the small area. I am just plonking the colours on, so I haven't cured any of them, and I won't till it's all done. And then I'm just going to scribble them together. Is that helpful? Maybe? You can see I think this is normal speed. So I was just going in tiny little circles. And I really think that the glitter, because the glitter was the same in all the polishes, it kind of helped with the ombre. I mean, glitter's a great way to kind of mask any brush strokes in an ombre. Just put, a clear, not a clear glitter, a glitter, but like a glitter top coat or a topper over an ombre. But this has obviously got them built in, and it kind of helped because it sort of, you didn't have to, oh goodness me. They were kind of, they were blending themselves already. They were already perfectly distributed between one colour to the next because it's all the same glitter. So that, I think, helped the blend. But the colours did blend really nicely anyway. And I think where they are sort of close to each other, like this red and the pink, did I use both the reds? I don't think I did. Because then it would have looked like just one big block of red. But the red into the pink, because they are so close to each other, while still being different colours, fudge, you're on one. They blended super easily, and as did the pink and the orange and the yellow. The green into the yellow, I don't do the best job, but I'm not entirely blaming myself because I think they didn't make the nicest blend colour. It's easy when a colour makes a nice blend colour, but these didn't make the best blend colour, so I kind of did the best I could, but I didn't want to overfaff because the other colours had blended so easily. I had been put in the mindset of this is going to be a piece of cake, and therefore I wasn't going to stress too much about it. And I think, breathe. Okay, I think what I should have done is done the yellow into the blue. Would that have been too harsh though, do you think? Because it would have... Sorry, when I just breathed in then, my throat went completely dry and prickly. It feels like I swallowed a cactus. Yeah, the yellow into the blue might have been harsh, but it would have made a green middle colour that might have been a nicer blend. See, it looks kind of muddy, doesn't it, between that green and yellow, but such is what it was. Then the green into the blue made a really nice sort of different green, and then the purple, and then again I'm just scribbling. See, I have sped this up to 1.2, I think, so it's not double the speed or anything. I really was being quite rough with it. I was not treating it like a lady. And then I'm going to cure that, and I'm not going to do a second coat, so we're going to slap on some top coat that I found somewhere in my box of I need to organise these, and I think it's a Makartt one, so I thought we'll use that as we're using Makartt polishes. Love this. Don't like the green into the yellow. I don't approve, but it's still a rainbow ombre, so it's still pretty nice. The pinks and the reds and the orange into yellow. Imagine just that on a nail as like a sunset, a sparkly sunset. Yes. And now, I hope you are all well, by the way. Hello. When I'm not on screen, I don't really have time to, say how do you do. I hope you do well. This one, I'm going to do, so I put 2 stripes on with a striper brush, and then I would on a person obviously use a detail brush to fill in all around here because you couldn't go along the sides with the bottle brush. I'm using my beautiful palette from one of the gang friends, Charlie. I love my palette so much. I should be a singer. I'm going to do again start with the yellow and then ombre these. So where I've got the 2 white bits at the side, I have cured that. I did do 2 coats, but I wouldn't do 2 coats if I was doing it again. So let's just pretend I've only put 1 coat of the white on. Okay? Is that all right with everybody? Great. And then I'm doing the same. I'm not going to worry too much about going over the sides of those white bits. I mean, be as neat as you can, but don't worry too much. See, I've just gone over it with the pink. It's no bother. We don't bother. And I maybe should have done this done the whole nail white and then done the strip to make the colours sort of pop as bright as they did on the one we just did, the full one. But I didn't. And I don't think I would have been able to get as neat a sort of column down the centre if I was making it with these rainbow colours as I go. So if you do want the sort of colour pop from having the white underneath, then just do the whole nail white and maybe do this bit carefully, or do a very faint outline in, you know, like a really light grey or something, so that you could have guides, and then just make sure you sort of cover that with the rainbow. Actually, you wouldn't need to cover it with the rainbow because we're going to go along the sides with white again in a bit. Yeah, if you want the white under, get a really faint border after doing a full nail in white and fill in the centre, and then we can worry about that border in a sec. I'm very aware how I take the very scenic route with a lot of explanations. I apologise. So I've done the same with these, just tickled slightly to blend them together, and then I'm taking a lint wipe with a tiny bit of isopropyl alcohol, don't want it too wet, and I'm just wiping up the side and then wiping down the other side, up the other side. Make sure you get a clean bit of lint-free wipe. I have done this technique on a person. I mean, sometimes you might end up sort of wiping onto their skin a bit, but just wipe it off, it's fine. It's no big deal. And then cure that. And then I'm going to wipe and buff because I want to, so remember we've only wink wink done 1 coat of the white either side, because now I'm going to use the second coat of white to neaten up our stripe down the centre. And the reason I've wiped and buffed first is because it was a bit raised where the rainbow stripe is. So this will mean it's all more level, so you can get a straighter, neater line pushing up to the rainbow. I did try without wiping and buffing, and it just wasn't going as neat as I wanted. And also where we've wiped either side before curing the rainbow, you want then a buffed surface for whatever you're going to put on top, because my favourite saying, gel wants a buffed or tacky surface. So if you just wipe a tacky layer of polish and then don't buff it, the next layer hasn't got much to grip to. So the buffing kind of helped with that. And it really was just a quick buff, so I don't think it's a big deal. I think this sort of design is done with maybe like acrylics when they colour block and things, because it's easy to carve out, but it's doable with gel polish. So we have topped that one as well. I love this one. I think this one, and there's another one, are my favourites. Really like that. It looks really cool against the white. And more rainbows, same colours, more rainbows. But I'm not going to ombre anything on this one. I'm going to take, do I do red and a pink, or do I just do the red? I think I do pink. We'll see. Nope, orange. And I haven't cured that red yet, so I'm just putting on a strip, and then, not like a putting on a strip tease, not that kind of video. I'm putting on a strip show of rainbow colours. I'm not curing the one next to it because just couldn't be bothered. So as I get to the bottom of the strip, I'm then just wisping off with my brush. And as I do that, I'm sort of angling my brush upwards a bit. If I'd angled it lower, sort of had it resting further back in my hand, fingers, you know, between your finger and thumb, then it would have pulled the wispy bits a lot further down onto the white, which I'm sure would look fine as well, but it gave me a bit more control to finish the wisp where I wanted it to finish. But I do go and add or elongate them a little bit. So it did kind of fade out a bit more instead of the wisps being super short and just kind of looking like I did a really piss poor job of trying to get a neat line at the bottom. So I'm just wisping out. I'm not wiping my brush in between because, you know, I think the glitter helps with that as well, because you're kind of transferring the same thing from one place to another. Even though the colours are different, the glitter just, I don't know. There was something about it. And when I got to the purple, I carried on with red, and then I think I did yellow actually after that, and then cured it and then topped it. This is my other favourite one. You can't see on camera, but it's so sparkly. It's so sparkly. Look at it. Look at it. I love it. How cool would that look as a full set? Just rainbow, and there was no curing in between. It was super quick and easy. I think that'd be a really effective but easy design, which are my favourite designs, ones that look like they might have taken a bit of time when really they were a piece of piss, and they look great. This next one, I wanted to do another ombre, and I wanted to do it in a kind of V shape. There are so many different ways I could think of to do this. I kind of chose a bizarre way, but I think it worked out okay. So again, I've done 2 coats of white, but we're going to pretend I've just done 1, are we? No, because I do this 2 coats first, but I would, if I was doing it again, I would just do the 1 and do the same as what we did with the strip down the middle, and then add white either side at the end. It was at this point, whilst scribbly blending, no skill required for this ombre technique, that I realised I wanted a V shape, and I needed to, I'd gone too far either side with the colours, so I just swiped away, and then swing away. What's that from? Swing away. Signs, Mel Gibson. Yeah, and then I'm trying to keep this as neat as possible as well, kind of mapping out this V shape in my head. But you could create the V shape, leave like an empty V shape space when putting the white on and fill it in that way. Why didn't I do that? I don't know. There are so many things that you could do multiple ways. I'm sure my ways are always the arse over tit way, but it's a way. So you could leave a gap and that would be easier to create this shape, but I was kind of making it on top of the white. So again, that green into yellow, I didn't want to over blend it because it did go kind of muddy, the colour. It wasn't a nice blend colour between them. So I just didn't blend it too much, which kind of looks a bit wank, but it's all right. That's just why people come to YouTube nail videos. I want to learn something that is all right. It will do. And then I'm wiping again the bits there. And again, if we'd have done just the 1 coat of white, you could have then gone around it like we did. Maybe wiped and buffed again just to smooth out the sort of height difference between them, or leave the gap in the first place. Might be a way to go. There's like 10 different ways to do this sort of thing, and this is just one of them. And then that is that one. Is that the last one? I think maybe. Oh, I was thinking at this point in the video, I'll say about doing the white on top of, or either side of the rainbow, the second coat of the white after doing what we just said, what we've already talked about, Joseph. So this is all of them. Realising now there's only 4. The muddy colour is annoying the shit out of me, but the 2 on the right make up for it. I've made my peace with it. You can get this entire collection for 32 quid. That's it, 32 quid. Actually, you can use code MissJoesNailCo for 15% off as well. I'll put a link in the description. I appreciate you being here so much, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.